What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the OBR YouTube channel. In this week's video, you already know what we're going to cover. This is the top stocks to watch for the first week of June. So in this video, we are going to cover our technical analysis that we want to keep an eye on in this upcoming week for any setups that we're currently looking at. We're also going to take a look at our fundamental drivers and also our earnings in the S&P 500 for this upcoming week. So without any further delay, let's get right into this week's video. All right, everybody, here we are on our favorite high-impact news website, forexfactory.com, looking out for our high-impact USD news. As you can see, no news on Monday. Monday is Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day for anybody who celebrates. It is currently Memorial Day as I record this. Tuesday, no news. Wednesday, we have ISM manufacturing PMI, mixed a few words together there, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and as well as JOLTS job openings at 10 a.m. Thursday, 8:15 a.m., we have ADP non-farm employment change. And Friday, we have news 8:30, average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate. It is NFP, as it is the first week of the month. So we will be very, very tentative on that, looking for what happens on Friday at 8:30. There could be some high-impact news for sure. Besides that, all news on Thursday and Friday comes out before the market opens. So Wednesday, just be careful for 10 a.m. Besides that, you don't really have much to worry about, except if you're swinging trades. If you're swinging trades, definitely be careful going into Friday. So besides that, as you can see on screen right now, is our earnings in the S&P 500 for this upcoming week as well. All right, so we are starting out on our technical analysis, and we're going to look at the indices as we always do. So we were expecting a move to 373, which we did not quite get yet. I still do think that this is in play, and we will see this shortly. But as of right now, we are in a three-wave counter move. The question is this a three-wave counter move higher for a continuation to the downside, or is it a three-wave counter move that turns into a five-wave move and carries us higher and perhaps even, back up to all-time highs, because we know SPY likes to V-shape recovery often. As of right now, I do think that it is the bearish count, and we are going to return to this anchored VWAP from our local high on March 22nd at 460. Once we reach those levels around 419, 420, then I will expect this to come lower, finding our way down to 373 in the coming weeks or month. We will have to see. If we just go straight through that level, like I said, we'll have to reevaluate. But until we really get above 435, we are still in a bearish move. We are still in a bearish move to the downside. So just keep an eye out for that. You'll see the same issue present over the next couple of tickers that we're going to look at. It really looks like we could be in either a three-wave counter move or perhaps a reversal. As of right now, on all of these charts, we're going to resort to the primary count, which is we are still in a bearish impulse move to the downside, and then we will see us return to that bearish trend momentarily. So moving from SPY into Apple, as you can see, same premise, looking for an ABC counter move to carry us down to our price targets. We never even hit our first price targets on Apple, which does make me more bearish because I think we have to at least reach our requirements on Apple before we move higher, which our profit target on Apple is 129.50 to 126.40. So as of right now, I'm looking for a retest of, perhaps 156. As of right now, 151 is really what I'm looking at, 151.50. We have some prior support here and here as well, around the 150 level, and then looking for some long-dated puts to carry us to the downside. I think that's going to be the premise a lot for this upcoming week. Long-dated puts seem like the better option as of right now, with a decently tight stop loss, because we can always adjust our opinion. But I think that is what I'll be looking for in this upcoming week, primarily on SPY and Apple. So QQQ, same thing, same situation. We had a inverse head and shoulders play out here, carrying us higher. We are approaching this, micro resistance that we have here, and we'll have to keep an eye out for this. As you can see, we tested these two levels here. If we do get above, then perhaps a return up to 321, 322. But as of right now, I think that we may see a bounce here to take us to new lows, or here. So Tesla, same thing as Apple. We did hit our first area of the price target, but not our second. So as of right now, I'm looking for us to return to 780 perhaps, and if we get above 780, then perhaps 820, or even a gap fill up at 870 before we come back down to around the $600 level. Again, this could be setting up for a reversal, which we'll have to keep an eye out on, but as of right now, this is a continuation pattern. Exxon, we were waiting for oil to take its leg higher in here. the group that watches this series, we've been looking for oil to take the next leg higher for quite a bit of time, and we did get that this last week. We got a very nice push from oil. You saw that playing out in energy stocks, so Exxon, Oxy, Chevron, and some other names as well. But here you can see it very well on Exxon, and if we go down here to WTI, you can see we did get this impulse move higher, carrying us higher. I still do think we have some more upside in oil, perhaps even back up to these highs at 126. This is West Texas Intermediate Crude Oil Cash. So keeping an eye out for this and, energy stocks to continue. I think that's very reasonable. And it was a play that we were able to capitalize on, and you should have been as well if you were watching this series, because I was very adamant about it the last couple of weeks. KISHAN, I'm looking again for that $8 level. We did get a slight move down there this week. If you were able to catch that, we did call it out this last week. As of right now, I'm expecting us to come back up higher to perhaps the $17 level, or perhaps to make a double top at $16, and then to take us down again to this $8 level on KISHAN. KISHAN is a bad iPad stock. Bad iPad bike stock. Forgot the bike part, but definitely not a great name. I think that they have a lot of their move to still retrace. I still think they're overvalued essentially. Like we said, Oxy had a great week this last week off of our prior resistance. This was a fantastic retest and continuation trade if you were able to catch it. Now we are trading at $70 on Oxy. I even think $80 is feasible. Netflix recently broke out of an inverse head and shoulders and looks like it will continue to take us higher. Netflix has been getting beat down incredibly bad, so it would not surprise me to see a bit of a recovery here. Square just broke above our resistance, depending on how you draw it. You could draw it here where we're still in it, or you could draw it from these highs as well, which we did just break out above it. Either way, I think Square has a little bit of bullish momentum in it and could likely continue to the upside in this next week, at the least. And then we could see it come down like the rest of things. AMD did reach our price targets as we covered last week and the week prior at 86.50, and is now back above our resistance level, which is no longer resistance because we broke through it so many times, at $100. We are now trading at 102.30. I think it is possible that we come back up to fill this gap in the next week, 106.70, perhaps even up to the 119 level, because we do have a gap up there as well. If AMD is done its move to the downside, which, as of right now, there's no evidence. We are still very much in a downtrend, but, we will have to keep an eye out for that. I think that if we start to see things move bearish again, that would be a great opportunity to get in puts, because if we start to see things turn bearish again, it's likely that they'll continue at least for one more impulse move to the downside. On AMD, I'm looking for $80.40. Bank of America recently broke out of this channel that we were talking about in the last week, and after this it did present some really great entry. I hope somebody was able to act on this. If not, then we can absolutely look to catch it in this next week. I think Bank of America will likely continue to the upside, at least for the short term, which is why it's a little bit confusing, because you see some things are pointing bearish, some things are pointing bullish. As of right now, things are pointing bullish, but we know in this market things can change on a dime. So Lucid just broke just now on its close on Friday out of this inverse head and shoulders. On Lucid, I think we can likely come higher, just like on Tesla. Like we were looking at that 860 level on Tesla. I think it's possible that we come back up to the $27 level on Lucid relatively easily. The actual price targets for this head and shoulders will be at $22.20 and $26, and also we'll look for the $26 correlation. It was around $25.60, so $25.30 to $25.60 should be the price target for the Lucid. And that is all of our stocks for this week. I greatly appreciate you guys joining us. I hope that this video helped. I hope that you were able to take some value out of it. I hope you had a great Memorial Day as well, and I hope you have a fantastic week. So we will talk very, very shortly, and happy trading as always.